of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
The 1-2. Breaking ball out toward left field. Hogging the line. This one's got a chance to go. Gone! Big fly for Albert Pujols. Number 600.
Well, it took a couple of games, but Albert Pujols finally picked up career home run number 600. He's not in the lineup this afternoon as the Angels try to earn a series split against the Minnesota Twins. We wrap it up this homestand. We welcome you inside the Big A and back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Kubica. I'm Victor Rojas. And while Albert is not in the lineup and certainly has had a terrific impact, not only on Mike Trout over the last couple of years, but on the ball club in general. And you could just see it last night, Gooby, when the team came out, kind of embraced him at home plate. A lot of buzz around Albert, and everyone not necessarily talking about it on the national level. The guys in the dugout know.
No doubt. Ben Revere, when he jumped through the air to be able to score that run, was also great to be able to see that. You mentioned the buzz in the stadium, the buzz here today. But going back to last night for Albert Pujols, you mentioned that swing. You talked about it against Irvin Santana, who had thrown him a ton of great sliders, but that slider backed up against Albert, and he hits a grand slam for his 600th career home run. No one has ever hit a grand slam under 500th, 600th, or 700th career home run, but Albert does it in grand fashion for number 600. What a night it was.
No doubt about it, and we'll see what the Angels offense can do today. Jose Barrios, one of the young studs for the Minnesota Twins, is on the mound. The former Twin himself, Ricky Nolasco's on the mound for the Angels as the Halos try to pick up the victory before heading out on the road. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A. Sit back or relax, going to bring you the lineups and the first pitch when we return.
This homestand, final game against this Minnesota Twins ball club that rolls into this afternoon's contest in first place in the American League Central. Even with the loss last night, the Twins a game up in that Central Division at 28-24. The Angels with the victory last night, a game under 500 now, 29-30. And in second place, 12.5 back in the American League West. And you may say 12.5 and you don't have a chance, but talk about the wild card. That's all that matters. Yeah, that's all that matters at this point, considering the ridiculous season the Houston Astros are currently having. I mean, they've won 9 straight. Only one other team has won 10 or more this year. That's the Texas Rangers. They're playing the Rangers today. Houston, at the start of the day, 40-16. At some point, we got to start talking about them going after the Seattle Mariners all-time record.
16 wins in the regular season, but as you saw in the postseason, it's a different beast. They end up getting beat in the playoffs.
Halos taking the field on this sun-drenched afternoon, and I look up in right center field. Gooby with the pool hole sign up there, and it finally has a 6, 2 zeros following it. And at some point, maybe today or maybe on Tuesday in Detroit, we start the quest for number 700.
Yeah, I mean, he's
along with 3,000 hits.
Yeah, he's going to be in that position. That conversation will be happening before you know it. But what a career for Albert Pujols.
Well, with Ricky getting ready to start his warm-up pitches, take a look at Paul Molitor's lineup for the Minnesota Twins. Game number 53 for them. And after today, they will head up to Seattle. They're on a 3-city trip out west. And just a couple of changes in the lineup in that Adrianza gets to start for the first time in this series. He's at shortstop. I know you wanted to talk a little bit about Robbie Grossman, the switch hitting DH through the first 3 games. Grossman today getting the start out in center field.
He's been very good. 4 for 11, a home run, a couple RBIs, a double, 411 on base percentage this season for Robbie Grossman. He's been very good. A good find for the Twins as far as getting on base in front of Joe Mauer. And then Miguel Sano, that gives him an opportunity to score a lot of runs.
That lineup taking on Ricky Nolasco. This will be his 12th start. I said in the open, the former Twin. The Angels acquired him and Alex Meyer last season in exchange for Hector Santiago. And it has not gone well for Ricky so far this year. This will be his 12th start, 2-5 with a 5.07 ERA for the 34-year-old.
I think when you look at Ricky Nolasco, he's thrown the ball well at times. It's when he makes that mistake. It's what he's really been those first 2 pitches of an at-bat. You talk about the 0-0 count or 0-1 or 1-0. You're talking about very good averages against Ricky. He needs to hit his spots a little bit better early in counts.
Defensively for the Angels today, behind Ricky, you've got Revere, Young, and Calhoun in the outfield from left to right. The infield with Escobar, Simmons, Pennington, and Crone around from third to first. Juan Gratterall behind the plate.
C.J. Crone getting that start. You see the fielding percentage has gone up each of the last 3 seasons, but especially this season, 995 fielding percentage for C.J. Crone. He's getting much better. He worked really hard on that in spring training. It's good to see C.J. back.
He's actually up yesterday, but did not get into the game. Valbuena will DH today with CJ over at first base. Warm afternoon. Expect the baseball to carry. It's carried throughout this whole series. 74 degrees here upon first pitch. And it's a swing and a miss by Brian Dozier.
And you're seeing a lot of hitters attacking that first pitch on 0-0 counts against Ricky this season when it's put in play. 516 batting average against him.
I saw that when I was doing the research. Then you know, right below that is the 0-1 count.
Yes.
And even at 0-1,
522.
Yeah. I mean, those are big numbers. 1-1 pitch.
Especially when you have a real good slider. He throws quite a few sliders. His fastball has been solid 2-seam and 4-seam. For me, when you see hitters and they're reading the same notes, they're going to be attacking the first pitch. That's when you throw that little 2-seamer about a half a baseball off the corner, and you'll get a lot of quick outs.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Ricky signed a 4-year deal with Minnesota prior to 2014. It's 2+ seasons there. Ended up going 15-22 over that stretch with a ERA near 5.5. 2-2 to Dozier. Breaking ball, just got a piece of it, fouls it back.
And Nolasco will throw his fastball 90 to 94 range, 2-seam, 4-seam. Will throw his slider, curveball that you saw there, and a split finger fastball.
Breaking ball, and Dozier goes down swinging. Almost looked like he hurt his back there. Maybe slipped in the batter's box. One away.
Slow curveball, tried to stay back, long on the swing, ended up being a swing and miss. More of a knuckle curve straight over the top, 12-6 break, well out in front. And the off-balance swing, especially when you have your ankle, the torque on your knee and hip. Along with the back on that swing from Dozier.
There's Robbie Grossman. Bouncing this one to the right side. Cron's there. Nolasco covering. 2 down.
Good feed there from C.J. Cron. Led Ricky Nolasco towards the base. And where you can catch the baseball and then be able to step on the bag and avoid contact with a runner going down the line.
All right, as Mauer comes to the play, we were talking about that the batting average against for Ricky at first pitch, even on the 0-1 count as well. Batting average is over 500. What does he need to do to change that, get guys maybe off that first pitch?
Yeah, like I'm saying, I think you use that aggression by the hitter against him, especially with those numbers, and you throw a pitch that it's not in the strike zone. And I don't mean by a lot, just about a half a baseball or so. Keep it down. Hitters will still go after it. The chance of them hitting that ball on the barrel decrease when you hit that outside corner or a little bit off it.
Joe Mauer comes in batting .293 on the season. 4 home runs, 23 runs batted in. No balls, 2 strikes, and that was a big swing by Joe. This is his 1637th career game as a member of the Minnesota Twins. He now, well, last night he passed Ron Carew, the Hall of Famer, for 5th all-time in Twins history as far as games played. Back a couple of days ago, Harmon Killebrew sits atop that list, over 1,900 games. Down and in, 1-2.
That fastball by design was that 2-seamer to run back and catch the corner. It went straight down. The hits, the all-time list as far as the Minnesota Twins, they've had a lot of real good hitters throughout that franchise history. Kirby Puckett at the top with 2,304.
Mauer goes down swinging. Ricky Nolasco with a 1-2-3 first with a couple of punch outs. We into the bottom of the first with no score. As we take a look at Mike Scioscia's lineup. Game number 60 already for the Angels at 29-30 on the season. And we mentioned C.J. Cron in the lineup today and right there at first base, and probably looking for him to, you are anyway, to, same with Angel fans in general, to kind of get it going and put his staple at first base.
I think when you think about his last game play before being sent down, he hits a grand slam at Citi Field in New York. That was one of those swings where he had all his weight going in the right direction. He wasn't flying open. His hands were quiet through the zone. He really created some good lift.
They're taking on a 23-year-old right-hander, the native of Bayamon, Puerto Rico. His name is Jose Berrios. 3-1 with a 2.70 ERA, 5th big league start this year.
My go-to is to be successful against him, and he has a very good slider, so avoid those slider counts and sit on that first pitch fastball. That's your best opportunity. Hitters also hitting 500 against him, 4 for 8 on that very first pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike. Andrelton Simmons hitting 272. 10 doubles, 6 home runs, 23 RBIs. 1 for 5 last night, but he made it count. A 2-run home run to left. There's that breaking ball that's fouled back. Castro never saw it. Didn't matter. It's into the seats, 1 and 2.
Yeah, we're talking about Barrios' slider. It's almost like a wiffle ball, how quick that slider breaks. Fastball is going to be 92 to 96. And his breakable, it's a very good one, and a changeup.
What's that new one nowadays called? Blitz ball?
Yes, that's his breaking ball.
Chopper back toward the middle. Nice play by the shortstop Adrianza. He throws out Simmons for out number 1. That's what the defense looks like for the Minnesota Twins this afternoon. Grossman at left, Rosario in center, Kepler's in right, Escobar, Adrianza, Dozier, and Sano from third to first. Castro behind the plate.
Yeah, we talked a lot about Kepler as far as his swing the bat. He's been very solid in the outfield. 3 outfield assists this season, a couple errors. He had 9 last year. He's got very good range, charges the baseball well. Solid young outfielder for the Minnesota Twins.
Cola 2 for 4 game last night with a single, the home run, and a walk. Average up to 224. 8 home runs, 21 RBIs. Cole came into the series batting .207. He's had a good series so far.
My Hyundai key for this game for the Angels to be successful against this Minnesota baseball club here today in the day game. A little stone cold, a little rainbow. You got to have that focus against a pitcher that has that type of fastball, but more so the slider. That focus has to be on the lower part of the strike zone.
One pitch. Breaking ball misses outside. Last drive for Barrios gave up 4 runs, unearned, 5 hits, 5 innings of work. First loss of the season. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And Barrios being their top pitching prospect, you can see why. Good under control delivery.
Full count. Escobar on deck. Now batting in that 3 spot with Albert getting the afternoon off. Down the line, slicing out of play.
Still a pretty good swing there for Cole. Coming into this series, thought this might be the series to get him going, and he certainly has swung the bat very well here in this series against Minnesota. 6 for 11. Including 3 home runs.
And there's a walk.
And you can certainly see Cole tracking the baseball very well. Good at bat, working the walk. And throughout this at bat, all the pitches away. Then try to pull those pitches, stay back. Ends up working a walk.
One out, one on, and here's Junel Escobar. Uni's had 3 straight multi-hit games against Minnesota, coming off the DL.
Getting anticipating the first pitch fastball. Escobar ends up getting a slow curveball instead. And Barrios says it's not really a slider, more so it's a slurve he throws. It's a curveball slider combination. He can change speeds with it.
0-2 count.
That's a product of looking for a breaking ball there. Got a fastball down the heart of the plate.
This one down towards center field, off the end of the bat. 2 down. And while that didn't have a whole lot of break to it, I mean, it's just enough. That's not that that crazy wiffle ball type break that we saw, especially 2 starts ago when he was at Camden Yards against the Orioles.
It almost didn't look real. Corey Kluber was throwing one of those breaking balls the other day in his start. First start coming back from the disabled list.
Quick throw to first base, and Cole's able to get back in there.
Cole with a couple stolen bases this season. With no Trout and no Pujols in the lineup, might be a situation where Mike Scioscia is going to be a lot more aggressive, even more so than normal.
Luis takes outside, hitless last night. Overall batting average at 161. So looking for that first hit in the month of June. He's 0 for 8 with 1 walk. Two and out.
And very important for Luis is to stay back. Don't get underneath the baseball. If it's on the inner part of the plate, you can turn on it. If it's the outside part of the plate, level swing. Both pitches so far have been away against him.
Cole with a 1-out walk, stands at first. 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning, and this one's fouled off. Left side.
And you almost see Luis Valbuena as he's walking away from the batter's box. He had that same type of swing. Front shoulder opens up, the head moved, and then lowers the bat in the swing path. See how those hips is already wide open. It creates a upward swing on a swing path instead of that more level one.
Bouncer back over the middle. Adrianza's there. He was shading Luis that way, and the Angels are done here in the first. We're heading to the second with no score. sales event with the best total savings on select models in Hyundai's history is going on now at your Hyundai dealer.
Top of the second inning with no score. Albert Pujols last night with that magical number 600, and these are the two buffoons that called it last night. We had our stage manager Dean Benson, since Albert hit number 599, had grabbed my phone every at-bat Albert had come up, and this is what he captured last night. We have a bunch of other ones in the deleted file, and then this one right down the line next to Scotty Stiefel, who ended up making the catch. What great footage is that?
I mean, you catch the travel of that baseball right by the foul pole. That was outstanding.
Yeah. Was it Christine Russo? Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Great footage. Thank you so much.
There was a battle to hold on to that baseball for Scotty down there, too.
Best part about that whole thing, after the game, the post-game interview, when the Angels brought Scotty Stiefel out and he handed the baseball right to Albert.
That was awesome. And when he came in our booth, that's what he said. I just want to give him the baseball. And he was genuine about it.
Sano, Kepler, and Escobar here in the second inning for Minnesota. Miguel getting the start at first base this afternoon. And foul tipped into the mitt. 2-1. Will Little calling the balls and strikes. Jeff Kellogg at first, Clint Fagan at second, Tim Timmons at third. They've been with us this entire 4-game series. Sharply hit the short. That ball was smoked. Did you see that? Holy cow. 1 out. Let's go down Alex Curry.
So talking to Scotty last night, guys, everyone kept asking, you know, what did he get for that ball? And what Scotty told me, he said it was all about being a part of the experience and being a part of history. He told me that that ball belonged to Albert Pujols. He wanted to give it to him personally, as you saw in the post-game interview last night. Of course, the Angels are bringing his family back to meet the team. He'll come and watch batting practice. And Albert signed a box of balls and a couple jerseys for Scotty. But for him, like I said, it was all about being a part of history.
Thanks a lot, Alex.
You could tell it even in the press conference after the game with Albert and his children. Just a smile.
Ball and a strike on Kepler.
It is pretty amazing. You bring your glove to the game and hope. You've been coming to the games for a long, long time with your dad and your brother. Bringing the glove and praying and hoping that somehow that baseball comes your way, and then to make the play on it and to be able to hold on to that baseball.
Kepler hitting .269 of the season. That's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Right fielder last night with a couple of hits, a single and a home run, 2 runs batted in. Back toward the middle, that's a base hit. 1 out single, first base runner for Minnesota. Bring up Eduardo Escobar.
Pitch stayed a little bit up in the strike zone, all speed pitch. Kepler stayed back. Ground ball up the middle.
By the way, we were talking about Houston earlier. 4-0 in the top of the third against Texas. Still batting.
And Correa and Springer, the big flies already. They're on pace right now. That we mentioned that they're on pace right now for 116 wins. Now a lot of things come into play as the season progresses, but their road record right now, and they're leading the game. They're 20-6 on the road.
Yeah, as good as Minnesota's been, it's 16-6 out of the road. 20-6, and they've yet to really experience any real injuries. Keuchel missed what, 1 start? A little tightness in his neck.
And the thing is, they have a lot of young players, and that comes into play. When you have a veteran team, a lot of older players, injuries come into play more so than you would think with a younger team. They have a lot of real good young players in their core of their lineup.
One ball, one strike. Escobar, third baseman today. 208 average, 4 home runs, 16 RBIs.
3 double plays turned behind Velasco this season. When he's got that two-seamer and slider combination working, he can get those ground ball outs.
Kepler with good lead at first. 2-1.
That's an elevated two-seam fastball there from Velasco. When you talk about percentage of the pitches thrown slider-wise, 31% of his pitches this season are sliders, which is the 9th highest percentage in the majors. Quite a bit of them to right-handed batters. Lefties will throw more so his curveball and his splitter. A lot of sliders from Velasco, and can get a lot of ground ball outs when he keeps it down lower part of the strike zone.
And a 1-2-3 first with a couple of punch outs. Kepler looked like he was leaning a little bit there. So doesn't run a whole lot. 26 stolen bases on the year, 8th in the American League. Angels are second with 44. Big lead for Kepler. Two on pitch, 3-1.
It's one thing for Velasco now falling behind in some counts, forced into the middle part of the plate. Trust that movement on that two-seam. You could start in the middle of the plate and have it trust that action going down and away. But when you start on the corner, very difficult to keep that even close enough in the strike zone to get the hitter to swing and or the umpire to call it a strike.
Kepler's on the move. The ground ball over to Krog. His only plays to first, 2 down. Kepler advances to second. I get you read on this season, commemorate many things, and even create memories.
Create memories.
Absolutely. With the Coca-Cola Friends and Family Fun Pack, $44, 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 soft drinks. For more information and to create some of those memories,
yes,
just go to angels.com.
/fun pack.
It's one of your favorite songs.
Oh,
right?
it is.
Well, that's a song you came out, warmed up to.
Yes, that was my go-to song to get ready.
Eddie Rosario, the center fielder, 263. Weak ground ball to second. We will head to the bottom of the second. No score. science and its mission, to develop better athletes, better people by working to provide all youth and high school athletes a positive character-building sports experience. Visit foxsportsupports.com to learn more. Bottom of the second, TJ Crone, Ben Revere, Cliff Pennington face Jose Barrios. TJ hitting .232 through 24 games at the major league level this year. 1 home run, 3 doubles, 8 runs batted in. Slatted, misses. 2 balls, no strikes.
It's pretty good numbers down in AAA for CJ Crone in that stint down there in the minors. 11 for 35 with 3 home run and 15 RBI.
Looks this one out toward the right. Not very deep. Kepler, a long run into foul territory. Makes it look easy for out number 1. So Ben Revere coming up now. Starting left fielder, hitting .211. Then last night, they're going 1 for 4. He started that 4th inning rally for Pujols. With 1 out, got a base hit. Eric Young Jr. then walked. Simmons popped out for out number 2. And then Cole Calhoun with a 2-out walk set up the Pujols plate appearance in that 4th. Ultimately culminating in the home run.
Yeah, his leap in the air though, and that home run by Albert was priceless. Just love the reaction for Albert's teammates as soon as he crossed the plate, how quick they were to run out there to greet him. There's that hard breaking ball.
Member of Team Puerto Rico, World Baseball Classic this spring. 6 2/3 innings during the WBC. This was hit short. Adrianza. There's the first for round number 2.
Been busy already in the game. 3 putouts already.
Cliff Pennington coming up. But Barrios got to the big leagues last year. Pitched in 14 games last year for Minnesota. Went 3-7 with an 8.02 ERA. Was at AAA this year and was dominated. Made 6 starts there. Had an ERA of just 1.13. With some of the struggles the Twins had. I figured let's get him up here. First round pick in 2012 at Puerto Rico.
I think the big thing is I saw from last year in some footage of him pitching. His leg kick from the start of his windup is a lot more compact than it was last season. That's why he was flying open a little bit more so. See how he brings that knee straight up? Gives him real good balance over the pitching rubber. That's why he's been more consistent as far as throwing strikes. Talked about how fluid his delivery is. See how he's able to keep his front knee straight and get that glove, break the hands over the glove and knee, and driving towards the plate.
I'm going old school Royal with the hands busting over the knee like that. Steve Busby.
Yes, I mean that was something that was taught in the Royals organization for a long period of time. Allows you to get your arm up in a good arm slide on a consistent basis.
One ball, 2 strikes on Pennington with 2 outs. Cliff was the starting second baseman last night. Had a 2 for 4 game. Oh, there's that breaking ball. That's just wicked. Didn't go. Wow. Wow. Tim Timmons with the call at third base.
Here's that breaking ball, that sharp break to it. Looks like it's a strike. Ends well out of the strike zone.
And how's that not called a strikeout?
Strong wrist for Cliff.
That's a strikeout. Are you kidding me? The bat almost hit his back.
That's almost a full swing.
3-2 on the way. This is fouled off.
And because of that no call by Tim Timmons, it's going to force Orioles to throw some extra pitches, which is important for the Angels.
Eric Young Jr. on deck. Another payoff. Down goes Pennington. Just went with a fastball. Picks up his second strikeout. Play to the third with no score.
Their 60th game of the season, more than any other team in the majors. They've only had 3 off days in the first 63 days of the season. One of those was a travel day. Minnesota Twins only played 53. This is their 53rd game today, the fewest of any team in the majors. They have a number of doubleheaders scheduled as the season progresses now in Minnesota with some rainouts.
Yeah, they were telling us they played 2 doubleheaders in the span of 4 days to make up a couple of games. First one from Nolasco's upstairs to start the third.
Speaking of rain, there's some pretty heavy rain in Kansas City right now. Delayed that game with Cleveland and Kansas City.
That never happens.
No.
One ball and strike. Ray Adrianza, the shortstop. 8 for 24 this year for the 27-year-old Venezuelan. Seen him as a pinch hitter in the series, but this is his first start. 2 doubles, 4 RBIs.
.30 pitches thrown so far for Nolasco. 17 strikes, 13 out of the strike zone.
This hit towards second. Pennington to the backhand. 1 down. Join your Angels for Christmas in June. Wednesday, June 14th. Yankees in town. Fans in attendance will receive a Rookie of the Year blanket, courtesy of St. Joseph Hoag Health. While supplies last. For more information, go to angels.com.
Five ground ball outs so far for Ricky Nolasco. Good sign for him.
Castro launches one to right field, and this one is gone. 1-0 Minnesota. Jason Castro jumping on that first pitch, hits his 5th home run of the season.
And that's the 5th home run that Velasco has given up on the very first pitch that has been put in play against him. As we mentioned about the ground ball outs, the one elevated pitch ends up being a home run. That target was set on the lower part of the strike zone. That two-seamer drifts out over the middle of the plate. Castro drives that out for his 5th home run, 17th RBI of the season.
Four for 5 in his career now against Ricky. Top of the order, Dozier struck out, lead off the game. 0-2. Castro sat the last 2 games with Jimenez getting a start behind the plate.
6th home run that the Minnesota Twins have hit in this series.
But the 14th allowed by Rick?
17.
17, pardon me. Two. Foul back.
.42 home runs last season for Dozier.
And he'll go down swinging for the 2nd time. He's also subject of, sorry to interrupt you, a lot of trade rumors surrounding Brian Dozier in the offseason.
Dodgers being one of the teams that were trying to get him. That hard slider gets a swing and miss against him here. On top of it, late break to that slider, swing and miss. Twice now already Dozier in the game has struck out against Ricky Velasco. 3 punch outs in the game for Ricky. It was pretty surprising after a season he had last year that his name was actually out there as far as potential trade rumors. Talked about him earlier in the series, how well he's played defensively also.
Out to center. Eric Young Jr. has to go back on it. And welcome to day baseball here in Southern California. Ball's going to carry. 1-0 Minnesota on the Castro home run as we head to the bottom of the 3rd.
Superstar in the making when I saw him back in 2001. And for a player, what he did for the first 10 years of his career, nobody ever in the history of the game's ever done it. And for him to reach 600 in health, he might get to 700.
That's pretty cool what Mark McGuire said. It was all-around baseball. Even Alex Rodriguez sent a tweet out about Albert Pujols and getting that number 600, how proud he was to say he was a friend and join that club, that 600 home run club.
Eric Young Jr. to lead things off here. Mike Matheny, the manager of the St. Louis Cardinals, also obviously a lot of people around Major League Baseball being asked about Albert and his accomplishments, especially those associated with the St. Louis Cardinals. As EY takes a strike, Matheny said, "I've never seen anybody like him. He's an absolute animal when it comes to the art of hitting, and whatever's in his way, he's able to put it out." Talk about limiting distractions. He doesn't think about anything except who he's going to make pay that particular night. A very special person, a very, very, very special player.
Yeah, I mean, we get to see him every day, and when you get around him during that batting practice time, you could talk to him, have fun with him. Before that, all of a sudden his focus is strictly on doing some damage to the baseball that night.
1-1 to EY. 1-2. Young 8 for 21 since joining the Angels. 2 doubles, a home run, a couple of RBIs, an on-base percentage of .458. He's all right, appears to be.
See where this exactly got him. Ooh, right on the forearm wrist area. Wasn't a break ball, either a fastball, or he hasn't thrown many changeups so far. That could have been an off-speed pitch for him. Now look for EY Jr. to try to steal a base.
EY got hit last night as well. On board 3 times. Here's Juan Gratterall. Always swinging early. .250 average for the backup catcher with a double. 3 runs batted in.
Yeah, that was that 2-seam fastball that hit EY Jr., not his 4-seam fastball. So not that that's any different for EY getting hit on the arm like that.
Oh, little flare into right. There's a base hit. Young will turn it head to third as Kepler comes in on it. Juan Gratterall with a base hit. And the Angels have runners at the corners with nobody out to start the bottom of the third.
Well, it's a lot of fun to watch Eric Young Jr. run around those bases, too. His fastball is upstairs, jams Gratterall, flares it in the right field, and EY Jr. is on the move, and he is quick going around the bases. No hesitation whatsoever, gets into third easily, and if there's a bobble, he was ready to try to score.
Andrelton grounded out to short. Twins will play back, looking for the double play ball. A little dribbler toward short. It's going to turn into that double play we were talking about, and the run scores. We're tied at 1. No RBI for Simmons. Andrelton jumping on that first pitch.
And I think trying to avoid that breaking ball from Barrios is why you're going to see some aggressive first pitch swinging. Some good numbers against them by hitters on that very first pitch. Ends up being a ground ball double play.
So base is clear now for Cole. While you understand it, those are the type of innings, though, you'd like to get the youngster on the ropes and try to get multiple runs out of, right?
Try to. Before we talked about how when he settles in, it'll be very dangerous, especially if he gets ahead of counts. So he could throw that one break ball there for a strike, and then he goes for that swing and miss one.
Cole worked the walk in the first.
Still the shift being put on against Cole. A lot of room on that left side of the infield. And all the pitches so far thrown to him today have been away. And another pitch away. Last at bat when he worked the walk, every one of them. Outside corner or off the corner. These first three, same thing. After hitting 3 home runs against a team, you're going to stay that way. You're going to force Cole to hit the ball out the other way against you.
And there's a bouncer to the left side. That'll sneak through off the glove for a base hit. You know, he did that last night. And if they're going to keep doing that, as long as he continues to take that approach, why not?
You can see what he tried to do. He's shortening up his swing. He's trying to make contact. That whole left side of the infield is open for you. See how it's short on the swing, level swing, ground ball. Even if he feels it, he's not going to throw him out. Another base hit in this series for Cole. It continues to put up those numbers here in the month of June.
It seems like it's counterproductive, though, when you play the shift as the Twins have, and most teams do with Cole, to continue to pitch him away.
Exactly. Now you can throw pitches in the lower part of the strike zone. You got to at least get at the middle part of the plate where you get him to try to roll over on it. But when it's away, especially when he's swinging well, he's going to get a lot of hits that way. Trout in the dugout, looking out. And now it's time for the driver's seat, brought to you by the new 2017 Kia Sorento. You know, Escobar, speaking of getting hot, 2 hits in each of his first 3 games since returning from the DL. Third amongst Major League Baseball's third baseman with 111 multi-hit games in the last 3 seasons. Arenado at the top, along with Machado just behind him.
2 balls, no strikes. He now struck out in the first. 1 of 2 punch outs for Barrios. 1-1 tie. We're in the third. 2-1.
When you look at the majority of the hits, we talked about multi-hit games. The last 3 games for Escobar coming back from the disabled. A lot of them right back up the middle. Although tried to pull that pitch. That was a changeup. Hasn't thrown many of them yet. That was a real good changeup.
Yeah, now that we're getting second, third time through the order, just something else for him to deal with. Hitters to deal with, I should say.
See that little circle changeup. Good downward action. 82-mile-an-hour pitch. That's why you can see this youngster is so special. Good fastball, great breaking ball, and now a solid changeup.
There's that breaking ball. Down goes Escobar. The Angels are done here in the third, but they do tie things up. It's a 1-1 game heading to the fourth. to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Let's go places. Tied at 1 as we start the 4th. Rick and Alaska gave up a home run to Jason Castro in the 3rd inning, and the ground out by Andrelton Simmons, bringing home a run at the bottom of the 3rd. That's where we sit right now. Bauer, Sano, and Kepler coming up for Minnesota. 3 strikeouts, no walks, 2 hits allowed by Ricky. Bauer struck out to end the 1st. 0 for 1 game so far.
Good pitch there from Nolasco. Let's talk about how patient Mauer is at the plate. That's that two-seamer where he was trying to run into that part of the strike zone against Castro that let drift out over the plate, hit out. Executed that pitch much better to Joe Mauer.
Kind of a launched breaking ball.
And that front shoulder was flying wide open.
Yeah, I mean, from our angle where we sit, I mean, it looked like the entire body was going toward first base. He had a good one working in that 1st inning when he picked up 2 strikeouts.
Including one against Joe Mauer, who doesn't strike out a whole lot.
There it is there. Pennington comes in.
It's a good pitch, though. You get the sting out of the bat on that one. He's out in front off the end of the bat.
Good velo. When you say good pitch on it, took enough off and it's down.
And it's down.
So you can't lift that ball.
Exactly. Now if it's a little harder breaking ball, you could, and that goes right into that zone for a left-handed swing that could do some damage. But also knowing the swing path of Joe Mauer, though, he's a guy that drives the ball very well the other way. He did hit a home run here when the baseball was upstairs, but when you go down and all speed, get a chance to get him out in front.
Fastball upstairs on Sano, 0 for 1 with a ground out. Good location. Ball on a strike.
Good two-seamer there from Nolasco. Very difficult for Sano, even with that power that he has, to really try to keep that one even fair. Much better curveball there from Ricky.
I think that's one of his better ones.
That went straight down. That's a good 12-6 break on it. It almost got Sano to chase it.
Fastball. Man, I thought they painted the outside part of the plate. Just missed.
Mike Scioscia thinks that's a strike. Little saying that's a little bit off the corner, and just a little bit off that outside corner. Tried to bring that two-seamer back.
This one's into center field, a base hit. 3-2 pitch. 3rd hit allowed by Nolasco, puts a man on for Kepler.
Breaking ball. Stay back, and even though towards the end of the bat, that's how strong he is. That baseball almost hit the very end of the bat. Now hitting .301 for the season.
Well, we mentioned a couple of days ago that his average exit velocity sits at just north of 97 miles per hour. So his jam shots are harder off the bat than most guys barreling up the baseball. Kepler 1 for 1 with a single.
Likely we'll see him in the All-Star game down there in Miami. Certainly worthy of being in the All-Star game. Great numbers. Another young star.
Yep. We're at that time of year now. A week from tomorrow is the Major League Baseball first-year player draft. It'll be held at MLB Network Studios. And then just a month after that, All-Star break. 2 balls, no strikes.
A couple local high school products should be very high in the draft. On June 12th, Hunter Green, Royce Lewis. Could be in the top 4, both of them.
Two balls and 2 strikes. See if any of the college players elevate their status with the regionals being played now. Going into the College World Series. 2-2. Kepler goes down swinging.
Another real good break ball. He really made a nice adjustment after that one breaking ball he threw to Joe Mauer, where he flew open, stayed on top, stayed tucked in with his shoulder. 73. Little knuckle curveball, straight over the top and out of the strike zone to get a swing and miss. 4 punch outs in the game for Nolasco. Pretty good differential in his speeds of pitches. He's got 4 strikeouts, no walks, and 3 2/3.
Escobar grounded out to Crone in the 2nd inning.
A little split finger fastball there.
Dropped down and it misses. Three balls, no strikes. Like he's trying to paint guys that he doesn't have to paint.
But a lot of times when you've given up the amount of home runs that Ricky Nolasco has done so this year, you're more apt to try to go right for the corners, both inside and outside, and then challenging somebody in the middle of the plate and trusting movement.
I was just going to say, are you not more apt to give up home runs or big hits?
Aiming the baseball?
Aiming the baseball,
yes.
Trying to paint, exactly.
Yes.
As opposed to just saying, all right, let me take a little off.
Yeah.
BP, like you said, the BP fastball.
Still one of the best pitches in the game. And what a batting practice pitch is, it's your fastball, but you take about 2 or 3 miles an hour and you get the hitter out in front, and they allow them to get themselves out. So whenever we reference BP fastball, it's not a changeup, it's your regular fastball, but about 2 or 3 miles off that pitch, gets the hitter out in front, and gets himself out, avoiding the barrel of the bat.
Especially in that big hitters count, that 3-0, 3-1. So no's on the move. This one's fouled back.
And when you talk about barrels hit against Nolasco this season, coming into this game, 22 times hitters have barreled up some of his pitches this year. That's why you see the home run totals, 3rd most in the majors. And your goal is to try to avoid that barrel, whether it's to handle the bat, the trademark, or off the end of the bat. And he's done a good job so far, getting a lot of ground ball outs today, getting off the end of the bat, and avoiding the barrels.
So no's going to take off again with a 3-2 count and 2 outs. Breaking ball's fouled back.
Pretty simple, really, the game. Pitchers trying to avoid the barrel of the bat. Hitters trying to barrel up the pitches from the guy on the mound.
Another payoff, and that's ripped into right. Sano will head to third base. Runners at the corners with 2 outs now. Eddie Rosario coming up. Center fielder this afternoon, 0 for 1. For Byron Buxton to start the game. Tied at 1 here in the 4th. Good off-speed pitch. Four hits for Minnesota, 2 for the Angels.
Big spot here for Ricky Nolasco. 2 outs with runners in scoring position this season. .391 batting average against Ricky. Four-seam fastball up a part of the strike zone. Gets a swing and a miss. Good conversation. Mike Scioscia giving the sign to Juan Gratterall just in case Minnesota is going to try to draw a throw to second base and see if Sano would try to score on that throw to a middle infielder for a double steal.
Big lead now over at first base. That's a huge lead. Doesn't go. And he got him upstairs to the fastball. That one around his neck. Ricky picks up strikeout number 5. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Tied at 1. The 1-2. Breaking ball out toward left field. Hogging the line. This one's got a chance to go. Gone! Big fly for Albert Pujols.
Still got the goosebumps in that moment there for Albert Pujols, joining the 600 home run club in grand fashion. First ever to do so with a grand slam.
Albert getting the afternoon off, at least to start the afternoon. Deservedly so. Halos here in the fourth have Valbuena, Cronin, Revere. Luis grounded out to short the first, so he's 0 for 1. Orioles 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit batter, 2 hits allowed, both singles.
See the frustration as Luis Valbuena walking out of the batter's box. It's that same swing as we've been seeing quite some time for Luis. And you know he's telling himself he's working in the cages during batting practice to level off that swing. That fastball just missed a little bit off the outside corner. Like you could see something off speed now.
Down the line, that's a fair ball. Yeah, just over the bag. Valbuena heading towards second base, and he is in there with a leadoff double.
It has to make Luis feel good on that one, as you can see that reaction right down the line, a breaking ball. Anticipating that after a fastball away and right down the line. At this point has the foot down and then the swing path, and able to hook that one right down the line. To see that with a leadoff double to start this inning. Second double of the season for Valbuena.
TJ, a little fly ball to shallow right field in the second inning. 0 for 1.
And for what we've seen from Barrios today, a lot of pitches away, both the lefties and righties. So that should play into the fact that at the very least, if you're CJ Cron, you want to hit a ground ball to the right side of the infield to advance Valbuena.
How much does the scouting and the video, when you see Barrios and that breaking ball, it gets overplayed constantly on highlight shows, play into a hitter's mind? I mean, because you think if you're Barrios, you're like, I don't really have to show a fastball in.
No.
The word's out that my breaking ball is this ridiculous break to it.
And then you're tracking away, and then when you try to do so, then that fastball is right on you, away. Because he can rush it up there at 92 to 96 range. He's got a good 2-seam and 4-seam fastball. We've seen his changeup also. Again, looks like it's going to be away.
Go off speed, but you kind of ran it.
Change up, yeah. He's got a lot of movement on that change up, though. It's been a while since they've developed a swing and miss type starting pitcher. They've been a lot of pitchers they've developed pitch to contact guys.
Count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball toward the middle. That'll sneak through for a base hit. Valbuena will only advance to third.
Good swing there from CJ Cron. And Ben Revere coming into plate. And what he did last night, scoring on that grand slam by Albert Pujols, is worthy of a Carlos Cam replay. You see him coming down the line, tracking to see if that's going to go out of the yard. And then the leap by Ben Revere before touching the plate, and the excitement for Ben Revere and his teammates as they come walking around the bases and watch Albert join the 600 home run club.
Remember those kid shows when they used to play the song and the words would show on the bottom and you had the little bouncing ball following? That's what Revere looked like, bouncing home.
And even E.Y. Jr. was doing the same.
Revere grounded out at his first plate appearance, so he's 0 for 1.
And your goal right now as a hitter is you're trying to get something elevated enough where you can hit a fly ball to, at the very least, bring home Luis Valbuena from third base. So you're tracking something in the upper part of the strike zone, not trying to help out Barrios by chasing something in the dirt. I wonder if that wasn't just a throw over there just to see if Revere was going to square around on a safety type squeeze. Don't anticipate that play being put on here. .60 pitches for Barrios, 18 of them in the first inning. 16 in the third. The pitch count starting to mount up for the youngster.
Oh, a little cue shot for a base hit. It'll bring home a run. Cron will stop at second. Halos up 2-1.
Some well-placed ground balls for hits, and then a little flare into the outfield produces a run. Again, that's exactly what Ben Revere was trying to do, get something at least above the knees to hit in the air. Two-seam fastball gets it into the outfield for an RBI single. We see a bunt scenario right here for Cliff Pennington to try to advance both runners into scoring position and try to add on here in this inning.
Revere picks up his 6th RBI. Pennington struck out in the second, so he's 0 for 1. Take the strike.
So it's relaying the signs. So Ron Renicky, long look in there for Cliff Pennington.
Cron at second, Revere at first. Pennington just got a piece of it. I was thinking a little song along the same lines as you about Pennington squaring here. Bring the infield in, especially with the Speedy Young on deck.
Exactly. He's been making good contact, and when you bring the infield in, your chances increase as far as getting a ground ball through an infield. Your reactionary time's a little bit quicker because you're closer to the batter. And with the way Minnesota has been swinging the bats, you want to score as many runs as possible. Then you add in a day game here. The ball is carrying very well.
2 balls, 2 strikes. "66 pitches thrown by Barrios. 42 of them strikes. 3 punch outs, 1 hit batter, 1 walk. He's got 2 men on with nobody out. 2-1 Angels here in the 4th. Full count.
Can't quite get Pennington to chase that breaking ball in the dirt. Good at bat for Cliff. Eric Young Jr. on deck. 381 hitter. Got hit by a pitch, his first at bat. Been on base a ton. This is recall from Salt Lake City.
Runners don't go. 3-2. And Cliff fouls it back. Souvenir for a lucky fan.
Sometimes you're sitting at home. Mike Scioscia very aggressively on a 3-2 count, but with no outs, a left-handed batter at the plate. Clear throw for Castro to throw to third base, and there's no contact being made. That's why you don't see the runners on the move. Should get a fastball here.
And he works the walk, so they're loaded up. I get a visit by Neil Allen. Get on the phone at the very least.
Bullpen starting to move now.
Eric Young Jr. coming to the plate once Allen departs.
Our good buddy Eddie Guidardo down, the bullpen coach.
Every day, Eddie.
Every day, Eddie down in the bullpen. Coach for the Minnesota Twins.
You talk about just a great person, fun, loving guy. You know, there's great guys in the game, and Eddie's of course one of them. But then there's the guys you just can't wait to see and talk to, because he's going to make you laugh. Tons of energy.
Yes,
love being around that guy.
He's one of the all-time best.
Bases loaded. Cron at third, Revere at second, Pennington at first. Eli swinging first pitch, fouls it back.
Ah, nice play by a fan in the stands there.
One-handed, did not spill a drop of beer.
Nope.
That's talent.
By the way, Albert's grand slam last night joined the 600 club, but 7 total grand slams hit last night.
0-2.
That was that wicked slider from Barrios. As you're trying to make contact as a hitter. See where that starts. That starts at the belt, ends up in the dirt.
One and 2. 5 hits for the Halos, 4 for Minnesota. 3 straight hits and a walk. 2-1 Halos. Outfield shallow, though Kepler probably in right with normal depth. There's the 1-2. And he'll go down swinging. 1 out.
Well, we talked about that good breaking ball from Barrios. He really saved a number of them here. Good conversation with Neil Allen, the pitching coach, and refocus on that breaking ball, and it was a very good one. To go out that at bat against Eric Young Jr. See how sharp that break is.
One grounder, all a base hit, flared out to right field in the third inning. Sano in on the grass at first. Little cue shot into the seats. Martin Maldonado getting the well-deserved afternoon off. He'll get back-to-back days off with tomorrow's off day. Halos will travel after the game today to Detroit.
Leads the majors as far as games started at the catching position this season, Martin Maldonado. The Hyundai key for this game to be successful today, that stone cold focus here. This is a moment right now for Gratterall to produce at least one, if not more, here on this at bat. Against Barrios with his command of his breaking ball and fastball, changeup. Got to take advantage of this situation.
Fastball chopped on the ground to short. Twins are going to turn another play. And all the Angels will get out of it is just one run. But they take the lead as we head to the fifth. 2-1 Halos.
Orioles was able to escape that inning with not too much damage. Just one run allowed. Momentum goes to the Minnesota Twins. So very important for Ricky to make sure he works down on the strike zone and continues to get those ground ball outs. He's got quite a few of them so far in this game. Total of 6 ground ball outs, no walks, 5 punch outs for Ricky Nolasco.
Eight, 9-1 for Minnesota. 5 strikeouts, no walks. And 4 hits allowed for Nolasco.
A good off-speed pitches to start this at bat for Nolasco. Boy, Gratterall set that high target, and Nolasco hit it just a little bit out of the strike zone, though.
This is pulled and off the glove of Crow. Pennington's there, but Nolasco not covering. Infield base hit. Nice effort by Crone.
That's why, as a pitcher, you know you're not a spectator. You got to get over to that first base bag right away. Nice play by C.J. Crone, even to get leather on this baseball. On the dive and goes right over to Pennington. There's going to be a play at first. And Nolasco late covering. Still being a base hit. Talked about the momentum going towards the Minnesota Twins. They get a break there after almost an outstanding play by Crone and a good backup there by Pennington.
There's Castro homered. Last at bat, flips one out toward left field, and Revere unable to get there. Castro's home run in the third inning, his 5th of the year, 17th run batted in.
Flew open that front shoulder on his split finger fastball. Castro's only rolled into one double play. Velasco could use that ground ball now.
Good off-speed pitch, 1-2.
Especially a lot of times when you know as a pitcher you made the mistake not covering the base. You got to try to let that go as quick as possible. I think in terms of getting back into your game and get another ground ball.
Got him again with that off-speed pitch. One down.
It's a real good splitter to get a swing and miss for Velasco.
Top of the order now, Dozier.
Get a splitter, running down and away, swing and miss, good pitch for Velasco. 6 punch-outs, no walks so far.
Dozier struck out twice.
Rianza with 1 stolen base on the season. Maybe on the go here. Pretty big lead.
One stolen base for Adrianza. Dozier hits one out toward right center. Mark Young Jr.'s there. 2 down. Hey, celebrate Father's Day with your Angels on Sunday, June 18th. Guess what that is, Goobs?
Is that Father's Day?
That is Father's Day. It's 12:37 starts. First 20,000 adults in attendance receive a Father's Day coffee mug courtesy of Old Dominion Household Services. At Angels.com for more information.
Looking forward to that.
Kind of got a little Christmas theme to it, doesn't it?
Then I really want that mug.
Christmas in June.
Yes.
Who'd have thunk it? It's that time of year. Well, it's halfway to Christmas.
That would be June 25th.
Oh.
Juan Gratterall has thrown out 55% of base stealers this season.
Pitch out, nothing's happening.
And the old thing, you're in the dugout, hey, we always scream out, we don't run on pitch outs. So you know the very next pitch, Minnesota will be on the move.
Started and stopped. And now it's 2 balls and no strikes on Grossman.
Yeah, with 2 outs in the series already that Grossman has had against the Angels, your focus is right on him.
Right. Agreed. Agreed. But now you put yourself in a hole here with a guy who's had a pretty good series.
Now this is when you try to avoid that inner half of the plate. Trust that movement on the two-seam fastball, or even a splitter on the outside part of the plate to keep it down.
Adrian's on the move. This one's fouled back.
He had a pretty good hack at that pitch too, but it was still a pretty good location for Nolasco. It's away. It also gives your catcher a better chance to throw out a base stealer when the pitch is away. Remember back in the day, Pudge Rodriguez caught a lot of pitches away in base stealing counts. Always had that great arm to begin with. You're not obstructed in your throw when it's away, you know, and apart from the swing path from the hitter.
Adrianza takes off again. Grossman takes low. Throw down, a good one. Got him. What a hose by Juan Gratterall. The third out and the fifth is recorded. We'll head to the bottom of the inning. Halos up 2-1. On top, 2-1. And this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Top of the order for the Angels here in the bottom of the fifth. Andrelton Simmons, Cole Calhoun, and Yunel Escobar. Simmons skying one out to left. One down.
And now it's time for Tools of the Trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks. That inning ended last inning by Juan Gratterall. His throw, we talked about, he's thrown out 55% of base stealers this season. A perfect laser throw to Andrelton Simmons to get the final out of the inning. The transfer, the quickness in the release there for Juan Gratterall. Fist pump there too from Ricky Nolasco after he saw that throw from Gratterall to finish off the inning.
Cole, a walk and a single. 7 for 12 in this series with 3 home runs.
Well, he can control that breaking ball so well, change the speed with it. 7 0-2 counts for the youngster today. The adjustment in his mechanics, smoother delivery. Pretty good life on that fastball, 93. He's shortening up his leg kick, keeping it closer to the body, breaking the hands and glove over his knee to create better balance. It's helped him out.
Escobar on deck. 2-2 on the way. Full count.
And a lot of pitches away again against Cole. Remember that last at bat had a base hit on an off-speed pitch away. Just punched it through the infield. Walked the first at bat, all the pitches away. Most of the pitches this at bat away against Cole. And another good at bat, seeing a number of pitches. 3-2 count.
Cole takes a called strike 3 and he knew it. Got a fastball, 2 down.
I think after looking for all those pitches away, even though under normal circumstances, Cole's all over that fastball here because it drifted the middle of the plate. But because those pitches away, was looking away, got caught looking on that fastball.
Nobody on for Yunel Escobar with 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Line to center, to base hit. Yunel, who had struck out the first 2 times, picks up a 2-out knock.
Get on that first pitch swinging, aggressive swinging for Escobar.
Balbuena 1 for 2, doubled in his last at bat. Came around to score. What about
94-mile-an-hour fastball. Still has a lot of life in the fastball. 87 pitches thrown for the youngster. Last at bat, Balbuena doubled down the first baseline on a breaking ball.
Two-out single for Yunel. He's over at first base. 1-2. Back.
That baseball worked its way to Jeff Fletcher in there for the Orange County Register.
Yeah, after ricocheted off about 15 people. No way Fletcher's getting in front of that.
No.
Kidding me? He's like Euchre catching a knuckleball. Wait till it stops rolling, then go pick it up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Crone on deck.
And very similar as far as location of all these pitches to Valbuena that we saw with Cole Calhoun. You wonder if he'll try to sneak a fastball in against Luis here in this at bat. 90 pitches, 58 of the strikes, so pretty consistent in the strike zone.
Fastball just missed off the plate. It's 2-2. Orioles really slowing everything down with 2 outs here. Off speed, bouncer to first. Sano's got it. 5 complete here at the Big A. It's still a 2-1 Angels lead. Most anticipated events of the season. Dustin Johnson looks to defend his title, but Jason Day, Jordan Spieth, and Rory McIlroy are primed to attain golf's ultimate task to be crowned America's champion. The 117th U.S. Open begins June 15th on Fox FS1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. As we start the 6th.
What do you think you would shoot on that golf course?
1,000.
1,000?
1,000.
Is that after 9 holes?
No, it's 18.
18.
I've played on courses that are primed for U.S. Open and the British Open qualifier. Matter of fact, I played Oakland Hills up in Michigan the week before British Open qualifier up there. Played well, but it's if you don't keep the ball on the fairway as an amateur, you are in serious trouble.
That's why I love the U.S. Open so much. Those courses are so difficult.
Grossman was at the plate. Adrianza got thrown out at second. Had to steal the 5th. I think that normal me playing on a U.S. Open golf course, I'd be happy if I was 95 to 100.
Yeah.
Playing, I'm talking playing from the tips and everything, right? That ball hits Grossman. Hit by a pitch. So if you're teeing off from where the pros tee off, 95 to 100, I'd be thrilled.
Oh, no question.
It's Socha having a look to see if that ball actually hit him. Well, Steve Solis downstairs is.
See this breaking ball right here. Slow curveball. Certainly making no attempt to get out of the way. You can see it hits the toe.
A redirect. What about you?
I was thinking 95 in the front 9. But you know what? I would enjoy it though.
Yeah. I get a chance. Gosh, get the year. 07 maybe, 06. We happened to be in Pittsburgh. The U.S. Open was at Oakland. And we went out there for a practice round. Man, oh man.
Yeah.
Just beautiful.
What's the course up in Minneapolis? Is it Edina or Medina where they had the U.S. Open at one point?
Medina.
I played that course before. That was
there is Edina as well. Edina is a town there, and they also have a country club.
But I did play the one where they had the U.S. Open back in the day.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That worked well for me.
Bauer squares the bunt, takes it outside.
But again, the old saying is any day on the golf course is a good day.
Yeah. One of my favorite, Corey, speak of Minnesota, Interlaken.
Yes.
It's up there.
Remember that well.
Cool old golf course. I want to say Bobby Jones won part of his Grand Slam up there.
Oh, with this very dangerous hitter at the plate. And Snow on deck. Focus right now for Ricky is getting a ground ball at an infielder. Mauer's a guy that will hit into a double play when he hits the ball on the ground. 6 times he's hit into a double play. He's grounded to second his last at bat.
Foul back.
Hit and run on.
Yeah.
Well, when you have a guy that makes that much contact, it's not a bad decision for Paul Molitor to put Grossman on the move. Just one stolen base, but with one of the best contact hitters in Joe Mauer.
Medina's in Illinois. It's Hazeltine. That's up in Minnesota. Jose Alvarez getting ready.
Well, I know.
You probably played Medina. I mean, Medina's held quite a few events over the years.
I used to, when I was a player, I used to play a lot on the road. A group of us pitchers would play pretty much twice in a 3-day set on the road.
Down goes Mauer on the breaking ball. One down.
Twice in this game. He's got Mauer to swing and miss.
So you were a player back in the day, huh?
Yeah.
Running the Skins game?
Yeah. Good curveball as I redirect that pitch into to get rid of that golf conversation, how bad my game was.
There's Miguel Sano, 1 for 2. He had a base hit his last time at the plate. The 2-1 game. Halos on top. 6th inning.
Two-seam fastball, just a little bit off the plate down and in, trying to get that ground ball.
Good pitch down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball out toward left field. Towering shot sent Revere back to the wall. That is gone. A mammoth two-run blast off the bat of Miguel Sano on a breaking ball, and Minnesota has retaken the lead. It's 3-2.
We talked about the power that Sano has off the end of the bat. His second at bat got a single, but this time a breaking ball, a lot of the plate. And Sano hits a two-run home run, his 14th home run. Certainly all-star worthy of a swing on that breaking ball that stayed upstairs, about belt high. Miguel Sano, 14th home run, 43 RBI, and a solid batting average too, a 305. Certainly all-star worthy.
Second home run allowed by Ricky in this game. 1 ball, no strikes. Max Kepler. Kepler 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Hit glove by Nolasco. Nice play by the Angels starter. 2 down.
Field in your position, hit well, but Nolasco able to make the play on it. On the follow through, the glove side, able to make the play and to flip over the first base.
Off the end of the bat to right field. Cole has to come in on it. It'll fall in there. The ball knuckling out to shallow right. Off the end of the bat. And Escobar is on board for the second time with his second hit. Mike Scioscia's made the move. Jose Alvarez ready to go, and that's going to be it for Ricky Nolasco. Can't get through 6 innings. He's responsible for the man at first with Minnesota on top 3-2. 2017 Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid. Go the distance with 84 mpg and a 566 total driving range. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by Buick. Minnesota's on top by the score of 3-2. Ricky Nolasco, 7 strikeouts, no walks, 1-hit batter. 3 runs all earned and responsible for the man at first base. As Jose Alvarez takes over on the bump here to face Eddie Rosario. Trying to get that third out of the inning. This will be the 30th appearance for Jose, 0-2. The 4.79 ERA. Pitched on Thursday against the Twins. Worked 1/3 of an inning. Gave up 3 runs, 1 earned on 2 hits. Eddie Rosario 0 for 2. Ground ball in the second. Struck out in the fourth. One ball with strike.
Overall, pretty solid effort, though, for Ricky Nolasco. This the home run ball got him again. Other than that, very good. No walks in the game, 7 punch-outs for Nolasco.
One and 2. Seven hits for the Twins, 6 for the Halos. Good look back to it, that bases loaded situation in the fourth with nobody out.
You talk about have to add on against this Minnesota club. Alvarez runs that fastball up and in on Rosario. And unable to get any more runs other than that one with the bases loaded. Was trying to get out of the way of that fastball in. Hits the bat.
Called strike 3. Rosario doesn't like the call. He'll go down looking for the third out. But Minnesota with the home run by Sano retakes the lead. It's 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
For the Unlimited Baseball Break, brought to you by T-Mobile. Toronto Blue Jays behind Josh Donaldson's go-ahead home run. It's a 2-2 tie. They beat the Yankees 3-2, 22-12. They start out 6-17. Then the Astros with 4 home runs today. They lead the Rangers 7-2. They've won 9 straight, looking for 10 in a row. And then the showstopper around the majors. Speaking of the Astros, Springer at the dish. Homers the left field not only once but twice in the game, giving him now 16 on the season. And Carlos Correa also with a home run, his 11th. Guerrero with a home run himself. So 4 home runs in the game for the Astros as they continue to swing the bats well, leading the Rangers 7-2.
C.J. Cron to lead things off, and he'll lift one out to right. 1 pitch, 1 out to start the bottom of the 6th. C.J. 1 for 3 today. Brings up Ben Revere. Revere, an RBI single in the 4th. At that point, gave the Angels a 2-1 lead. Not as sharp a start for Barrios, but effective so far. 95 pitches, 6 hits allowed, 5 strikeouts. Now it just misses. 3-0.
Yeah, he had a chance. He just had a pretty good chance against him back in that 4th inning. But he threw some real good breaking balls to Eric Young Jr. Duffy getting ready down in the bullpen for Minnesota. Cliff Pennington, switch hitter on deck.
This one down the left field line. Slicing into foul territory. And a nice play by Robbie Grossman, staying with that one for out number 2.
Well, those numbers, first game of the series, defensive efficiency for this Minnesota Twins defense, and it's very good on display here once again. It's Grossman avoiding the ball boy down the line, keeps his eye on the baseball. He goes towards that short wall and makes a nice play in foul territory.
Two outs, nobody on for Pennington, who struck out in the 2nd, walked in the 4th. Two walks on the afternoon for Barrios. 1 hit batter.
One pitches now for Barrios.
106 is his season high. 2-2.
.27 pitches in the 4th inning, but limited the damage just to 1 run allowed.
2-2 now. Cliff flips one out to left. Grossman's there. Halos down in order on 3 fly ball outs. 6 complete here at the Big A. It's a 3-2 Minnesota lead. that MLB.com at-bat is your #1 mobile app for live Angels baseball. Stay connected with a fully customizable experience. Get Angels home screen icons and app features, as well as game day, live game video highlights, radio broadcasts, StatCast, news, and more. Download MLB.com at-bat today. Yusmeiro Petit takes over on the mound. Jose Alvarez struck out the one and only guy he faced. That was Eddie Rosario to finish off the 6th inning. Petito pitching his 21st game. 1-0 mark. 2.10 ERA. And he gets 8, 9, and 1 for Minnesota here in the 7th. Adrianza, Castro, and Dozier.
Looks like Brios may be done at this point. Very solid. Not his best stuff today, but solid enough, especially to get through that 4th inning with only 1 run allowed.
Adrianza, the shortstop, 1 for 2, had a base hit in his last at-bat. Second appearance of the series for Petit. Pitch Friday. Inning in 2/3.
Good change up from Petit. At the benefit of that call, might have been a little bit out of the strike zone.
There's the 1-2. Oh, breaking ball. Got him to jump at that ball. Down the line, slicing out of play.
Good pitch there. Good changeup from Petit. Right in the lower part of the strike zone. Call 3rd strike. Sold that changeup. Good arm action on it. Gets the punch out.
Castro shoots one out to left field. Revere has to come in on it. 2 down.
Second baseman, number 2, Ryan Dozier.
Dozier looking at a strike. 0 for 3 today. 2 strikeouts and a fly ball to center. Fastball just misses.
Staying away on all 3 pitches here. This is a bat against Dozier. Trying to utilize the bigger part of the field.
Now we've got Gratterall. Give Gratterall an opportunity to kind of walk that one off. Two outs, nobody on, and down goes Dozier. Third time today that he has punched out. Stretch time. Halos down a run.
6 hits so far this afternoon. That was against Jose Barrios, who is now out of the game. Barrios ended up going 6 innings today. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, 1 hit batter, 2 runs. And they were earned as Tyler Duffy takes over on the mound. This will be his 20th game of the season, 2nd appearance of the series. He's 0-1 with a 3.38 ERA. Young, Gratterall, and Simmons coming up for the Angels here in the 7th.
Always keep an eye on Eric Young Jr. He's very good as far as either a push bunt or a drag bunt.
Eric Young Jr. hit by a pitch and scored in the 3rd, struck out in the 4th.
Duffy's fastball is 90-94. Cutter, curveball, changeup.
Chopper towards short. Adrianza comes in, off balance throw, gets Young for the 1st out.
Adrianza has made some good plays at shortstop today. That's a tough play in between hop. Made it look easy.
Well, he committed to it early.
A lot of times you'll see an infielder way back on it, charged it, good throw, able to get Eric Young Jr. by a step.
Gratterall 1 for 2 with a single and a double play ball. Wants the double play ball is the one that got the Angels out of that 4th inning. One-two count. Angleton on deck. Slow roller over to 3rd. 2 down.
Seeing that defense on display for the Minnesota Twins in this series. Much improved over last year's team. Breslow getting ready, the lefty, the bullpen for Minnesota.
Now with 2 outs, he's meaningless unless Simmons reaches. Breslow would face Calhoun. No balls in his strike. Andrelton's 0 for 3.
First time in a while when you see some of the swings from Andrelton Simmons today, doesn't look quite as comfortable at the plate today.
Bouncer towards short. Adrianza has it. Halos down quietly and in order here in the 7th. We'll head to the 8th inning. It's still Minnesota on top 3-2. Twins 3-2 as we head to the top of the 8th inning on a beautiful afternoon here in Anaheim at the Big A. As we welcome you outside under the hats, Kent French with you, and Angels Live Team Store still open for business with all your Albert Pujols 600 home run merchandise, by the way. And following today's game, it's Angels Live presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Myself, Jose Mota, Tim Salmon, Alex Curry bringing all the reaction. Look at Ricky Nolasco's performance this afternoon, a victim of the long ball once again. The upcoming road trip starts on Tuesday in Detroit, and we'll give you our final thoughts on a crazy week that was. That's all on the post-game show, but right now we send it back inside for the top of the 8th to Victor and Mark, guys.
Thanks a lot, Kent. As we start this 8th inning, you mentioned Keenan Middleton's on the bump for the Angels. Second appearance of the season, 15th. Second appearance in the series, pardon me, 15th of the season, 0-0, 2.38 ERA, 14 strikeouts and 11 1/3. 2, 3, and 4, Grossman, Mauer, and Sano here in the 8th for Minnesota. 3-2 Twins.
Really getting used to and comfortable in the bullpen role for Middleton. The reason why his fastball velocity is going to be good. It's going to be 95 to 98 range, but his ability to throw his curveball for strikes has made him much more effective.
Check swing foul. 1-2. Grossman, a ground down, a fly ball to center, and hit by a pitch. This is scored. 2 home runs for Minnesota. So all 3 of their runs. Solo shot by Castro in the 3rd inning. Sano with a 2-run shot in the 6th. Both of those off Nolasco.
Pretty good fastball at 97, just a little bit off the corner.
Down goes Grossman, one away. Just blew it right by him.
Challenging with a fastball and a good fastball there from Middleton. 4-seam fastball. Now belt high. Some late movement to it. Gets a swing and miss.
Joe Mauer 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. He's also grounded out. Keenan on the mound with talk. Angels will probably get Cam Bedrosian back.
Looks like Tuesday.
Upcoming road trip, yeah. Pitched his second rehab game, I should say, today for Inland Empire.
Some tough decisions to make as the bullpen mates get healthy now. Cam Bedrosian coming back.
Hit towards short, 2 down.
Now with Miguel Sano coming to the plate, let's take a look at our top tier play brought to you by Arco. Sano already a single early in the game, but in the 6th inning with 1 on, gets a breaking ball upstairs against Ricky Nolasco. That shot out to left center field as Nolasco knew he'd made a mistake, hoped that was going to stay in the yard, does not. Sano picks up his 14th home run and now 43 RBI on the season.
little country hardball. Fastball by Sano. 2 for 3 today. Average up to 305. See the series that he's had so far, 7 for 16.
Went after again with a high fastball, 97. I think you try it again.
Absolutely.
Even elevate that fastball even more so.
Oh, 2. Got him. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Sano gets challenged with fastballs. Middleton wins round 1.
Sano didn't like that a whole lot either. That was good. I'd like to see that.
Of the 8th inning, Halos have not been able to get anything going on the offensive side of things, especially since they had that opportunity with the bases loaded. Got 6 outs to try to make something out of this game.
Well, yeah, it's been a kind of a crazy homestand. You got Mike Trout out for 5 to 6 weeks. You Albert Pujols gets his 600th career home run, a grand slam last night. See if that energy can move forward today and have another great comeback win here late before go on a tough road trip to Detroit and Houston.
Taylor Rogers takes over on the mound. Halos here in the 8th will have Calhoun, Escobar, Valbuena due up. 26th game for Rogers, 3-1 with a 3.44 ERA. 14 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 18 1/3. Kolawaka single and a strikeout. 1 for 2.
Cole's had a very good series here against the Twins, looking to get on, do some damage here. 7 for 13 this series against the Minnesota Twins. As Cole Calhoun is getting hot now.
3 balls, no strikes. Borderline pitch, called a strike, 3-1. 7 hits for the Twins, 6 for the Angels. Escobar bounding in that number 3 spot with no Pujols in the lineup today. Full count.
Cole looking for probably a pitch away to drive the other way.
And there's a walk to lead off the 8th. Second walk picked up by Cole in this game.
3 times on base for Cole.
Escobar 1 for 3. 2 strikeouts and a base hit to center.
He had a pretty good pitch to drive right there. Inner part of the plate, lower part of the strike zone. Just missed it, fouled it back.
Good lead for Cole over at first base. 0-2. Escobar chopping it to short. And they're not going to turn the double play. Rogers running that fastball in on the hands of Escobar.
Well, I thought they might have a shot, even though it wasn't hit hard, to get a double play when you jam a hitter like that. But a slow developing play there in the infield for the Minnesota Twins.
Albert Pujols has come out to the on-deck circle. Looks like he's going to pinch hit for Valbuena. Twins will more than likely counter. They do have a right-hander ready to go in the pen. Nice round of applause for Albert as he gets introduced here.
Seems as if they're looking to see if they want to challenge that play. But now Paul Molitor is indeed going to go down to the bullpen.
Matt Belisle, who pitched last night, is going to come in place of Taylor Rogers. He gets 1 out after walking Calhoun. A pitching change in the 8th inning with 1 out. Halos down a run. Pujols coming up. Home run number 600. Pujols coming up against Matt Belisle, a 36-year-old veteran, on for the second consecutive game. Pujols good numbers in his career against Belisle, with a home run and 4 RBIs. Also has hit 2 doubles. This will be the 23rd game that Belisle's pitched in for Minnesota.
Albert's 200th career home run was against Belisle, and it was a grand slam. Albert, 333 career hitter as a pinch hitter with 2 home runs, 9 RBI.
First one and strike on the outside part of the plate. Escobar, the base runner at first. Chopper to third. Round the horn, double play. We head to the 9th inning with Minnesota on top 3-2.
Take a look at another showstopper around the majors with 2 on in Detroit. Justin Upton at the plate against the White Sox. 3-run home run, walk-off variety for Justin Upton, his 11th home run of the season. We've seen Upton and the rest of the Tigers starting on Tuesday night as David Robertson gave up that 3-run home run. The Tigers even up their record, 28-28. Pretty solid at home this season as Upton walks off the Tigers in the Motor City.
Take a look at the American League Central at the start of the day. The Angels, pardon me, the Minnesota Twins. By the way, this just in, the Angels just moved to the Central. Twins a game lead on the Cleveland Indians.
Hey, the way the Astros are playing, they
might as well move over now.
Move over there just for fun. The Astros are still leading the Texas Rangers 7-2 in the 9th with 2 outs.
And Cleveland's leading 8-0 over Kansas City. They had a long rain delay in the second inning of that game. Bud Norris takes over in the 9th. 3-2 Minnesota. Kepler, Escobar, Rosario. 28th game. Ended up pitching last night. 10 saves on the season.
By the way, that was fun watching Middleton go after Sano with those fastballs. Finish off the last inning.
Off the leg. Kepler 1 for 3, had a base hit back in the second. 1-2.
And that fastball inside catches the corner.
Kepler kind of reminds me of, at the plate, Michael Saunders. Former Mariner, Toronto Blue Jay.
Saunders with that good speed, but good power too.
Yeah, I think Kepler swings much shorter than Saunders.
Yeah, Saunders could be beaten with fastball inside, but when he got his arms extended, pitch away was very good.
Well, he painted that pitch on the inside part of the play, 1 down. The 13th strikeout the Angels have picked up today.
Ran that fastball back inside again. That's a 6th strikeout for Angels relievers in this game. Paints the corner at 94.
One-0. Escobar 2 for 3 with a couple of singles.
Kinsler down in the bullpen getting ready for the Twins. Pitch to bottom of the 9th.
Rosario on deck. 1-2 is downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Kinsler in the bullpen, the Angels in the 9th have Crone, Revere, and Pennington coming up. Full count.
Pretty close pitch. Backdoor cutter.
Pull to the right side and a base hit. Got to hit 0-2. Didn't finish him off, so it's a 1-out single.
3-hit game for Escobar. Might see some movement here. Potential hit and run put on or straight steal.
Check swing, did not go. Rosario for 3. Round out 2 strikeouts. Halos will travel after the game to Detroit. Enjoy the off day tomorrow in Michigan. Take on the Tigers for 3 beginning on Tuesday night. Then it's off to Houston next Friday for 3.
By the way, Houston did hold on to win that game 10 in a row for the Astros.
So the Astros now at 41-16. Texas falls to 26-31, 15 back. Halos needing a victory to stay at 12.5 back. Seattle's leading Tampa Bay today. Fouled out. 2-1. Lozano helping them out. They have been ball 3. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, off the outside corner.
Move, a swing and a miss, and throwing out a second, low throw, and the baseball. Simmons and Escobar all arrive at the same time. They're both down.
Looked like he got spiked right in the leg. The slide, the baseball, and Simmons all at the same time colliding at the base. I almost said it was a knee-on-knee slide on Hamilton Simmons. Escobar's knee and Simmons' knee. See the slide in there, kneecap to kneecap on the slide.
It also looked good, but right before the kneecaps met, that the baseball hit Escobar in the knee as well, or in the leg.
Simmons is trying to walk it off. Adam Neville out to talk to him. My Sosha. See right here, the knees together on the slide. On the low throw, Simmons trying to scoop it and apply a tag, and then a hard late slide in there by Escobar. It looks like he's okay also. Good to see both players going to be able to stay in the game. Yeah, the ball hit his leg first and then the kneecaps together.
Two out to the man at second. Both guys appear to be all right. Adrianza coming up. Bouncer over to Pennington. We will head to the bottom of the ninth inning. The Angels down a run. We'll have Crone, Revere, Pennington coming up. Kinsler's on in relief for the Minnesota Twins. Second appearance of the series, pardon me, for Kinsler. 2-0 with a 2.66 ERA, 14 saves on the year, 23 and 2/3 innings. Not a strikeout guy, just 16 punch outs and 7 walks. C.J. Crone set to lead things off with the Angels here in the ninth. Down a run. A couple of changes on the defensive side for Minnesota. Happened in the 8th inning. Buxton came into center field. Rosario shifted to left, so Robbie Grossman is no longer in the game. And here in the 9th inning, Paul Molitor decides to move Miguel Sano over to third base, and Joe Mauer, the DH, at first. So no more DH should this game go extra innings.
Kinsler's not overpowering. You mentioned that big strikeout guy. The fastball is still pretty firm at 92, 96. Slider, changeup. Has allowed just 2 home runs this season and 23 and 2/3 innings pitched. That good hard slider he has.
Crone 1 for 3 and a base hit back in the 4th. Catch.
What a play.
Wow.
What an outstanding play. The hops on this one also. What a play. What a play.
The kid holding the Shark rally must be a little bummed out because I think he had a play on him too. 1-2 count. This is out towards center field. There's Buxton. Runs it down for the first out.
Well, he gets such good jumps on fly balls out his way. Now it's time for the Land Rover above and beyond player of the game. Miguel Sano is moved over to third base now, and a 2-run home run in the 6th inning to give the Minnesota Twins' 3-2 lead. Also had a single back in the 4th inning.
Ben Revere 1 for 3. RBI single in the 4th inning. The Angels will look back at that 4th too if this score holds as a lost opportunity. Getting just the 1 run.
Revere with his speed, get on base and create some havoc.
One to Ben. He'll shoot by the left fielder, base hit. Pennington will come off with a tying run at first.
What a real good swing from Ben Revere. Stayed back on it, shot that ball into left field. 2nd hit of the game. 3 stolen bases on the season. Expect him to be on the move early in his count against Cliff Pennington.
Pennington this afternoon, a strikeout, a walk, and a fly ball to left.
Still looking for that first extra base hit this season. Perfect timing to get one.
Couple of long balls for Minnesota today. Solo shot by Castro in the 3rd. 2-run shot by Sano in the 6th. Good lead for Revere. Pennington takes a strike. Still running action on that pitch. 0-1. One ball and strike.
Another high fastball, this time a little out of the strike zone. Looks like the goal against Pennington is to ride that high fastball.
Two.
And to chase that hard slider out of the strike zone after 2 high fastballs.
Young on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Gotta believe the next pitch will be that hard slider down and in.
He's starting Revere at some point.
I thought he'd be going. Pinso's doing a nice job as far as holding the baseball, and Henry Revere doesn't look like he's gotten a good read against him yet.
Full count.
Gotta believe he's going now, though. There's only one out. That's not a big strikeout pitcher, so you expect some contact.
There goes Ben. Pennington pops it up in the middle of the infield. 2 down. So the Halos down to the last out here in the 9th inning with Eric Young Jr. coming up. Oh for 2 today. Been hit by a pitch. He has scored a run. No ball with a strike. Martin Maldonado's grabbed the bat. He would pinch hit for Gratterall. Should this game continue?
Like Ben was thinking about going there. And he's definitely going to go on that pitch.
On the move. Swing and a miss. And throw down by Castro late. Revere may have come off the base. And I say that just because of Adrianza's reaction. Having the dugout take a look at it.
Well, he definitely beat the throw, but he was sliding and he was over top of the base.
They're going to challenge it.
He beats the throw. Does that foot go off the base, though? Better angle right here.
He's out.
Yeah, I think he's going to end up being out.
Yep.
Kept the tag on him. That foot looked like it went off the base. He tried to put him back on.
Well, if they overturn the call, there'll be a loss for the Angels. And they will have finished this homestand at 3-4 with the Braves and the Minnesota Twins.
Remember, the Twins are looking up at the Jumbotron and seeing the replay, and they feel that there was a tag on the foot as it was off the base and should end the game for him.
Well, you see how his feet are crossed. The feet never get to the base. The fact that he has to reach back with that left foot leads you to indicate that he was off the base. Headsets are coming off. And he's out, and the Twins pick up the final game of the series and win the series, taking 3 of 4 today, the final 3-2.
Yeah, and this Minnesota club, we talked about their defensive efficiency this season. Another good play there by a middle infielder for the Minnesota Twins, Miguel Sano, a big game 2-run home run. And Barrios, the youngster, picks up the W. Minnesota wins 3-2 here to win 3 out of 4 against the Angels.
Yeah, the Halos had an opportunity in that 4th inning, but only got 1 run out of it. And in the big bat of Miguel Sano carrying the Twins on to victory. 3-2 the final. Stick around. Angels Live post game is coming up next.